Welcome back to the classroom. Today's topic is the role of processor in computer. This video is sponsored by Genreviews.online. Genreviews.online is one of the review portal site. Introduction. Processor are the key elements of a computer system. A processor is a piece of hardware that handles data input-output, processing and storage tasks for the computer. What is the role of processor in computer? The processor or CPU, Central Processing Unit, acts as the brain of the computer. It executes program instructions, processes data from inputs, and oversees the operation of other components such as memory, connected devices, and the display output. There are three major components in CPU: memory or storage unit, control unit, and ALU, arithmetic logic unit. Number 1. Memory or storage unit. As indicated by its name, this unit is capable of storing instructions, data, and intermediate results. The memory unit plays an important role in transferring information to other components of the computer as needed. It is also referred to as the internal storage unit, main memory, primary storage, or random access memory RAM, as all these terms pertain to storage devices. The size of the memory unit influences speed, power consumption, and overall performance. There are two categories of memory in a computer: primary memory and secondary memory. Key functions of memory units. Memory units hold the data and instruction necessary for processing. They also retain intermediate results of calculations or tasks while they are being executed. The final results of processing are stored in memory units before being sent to an output device for user display. All types of input and output are managed through the memory unit. Number 2. Control unit. As its name implies, the control unit oversees the operations of all components within the computer, but it does not engage in data processing itself. It executes pre-stored instructions and directs the computer using electrical signals. The control unit retrieves instructions from the memory unit, decodes them, and then carries them out, thereby regulating the computer's operations. Its primary role is to ensure the smooth flow of information throughout the processor. Key functions of the control unit. The control unit manages the transfer of data and instructions among various parts of the computer. It is responsible for overseeing all units within the computer. The main function of the control unit is to receive input instructions or data from the memory unit, interrupt them, and then guide the computer's operations accordingly. It facilitates communication with the input and output devices for transferring data or results from memory. The control unit does not handle data processing or data storage. Number 3. Arithmetic logic unit or ALU. The arithmetic logic unit is tasked with executing arithmetic and logical operations. It is divided into two main parts: arithmetic section and logic section. Arithmetic section handles arithmetic operations such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. The ALU performs these basic operations, and it can also carry out more complex calculations by repeatedly using these fundamental operations. In logic section, this part is responsible for logical operations which include tasks like selecting, comparing, matching, and merging data. The ALU carries out all of these functions as well. There are three main types of CPUs. Number 1. Single core CPU. The earliest type of CPU, single core CPUs, were prevalent in the 1970s. They consist of just one core that handles various tasks, meaning they can only process one operation at a time. As a result, single core CPUs are not ideal for multitasking. Number 2. Dual core CPU. Dual core CPUs feature a single integrated circuit that houses two cores. Each core has its own cache and controller, allowing them to function together as a cohesive unit. Dual core CPUs are generally faster than single core processors. Number 3. Quad-core CPU. Quad-core CPUs consists of two dual-core processors within a single integrated circuit IC or chip. This type of CPU has four independent cores that can read and execute multiple instructions simultaneously. Quad-core CPUs enhance the overall speed of applications and improve performance without necessarily increasing the overall clock speed. What is CPU performance? CPU performance refers to the speed at which a computer's processor can execute tasks. It is quantified by the number of instructions processed in 1 second. The performance is influenced by factors such as the processor's clock speed, its architecture, and the size of its cache. What are computer programs and where are they stored? A computer program consists of a series of instructions created by a programmer that directs a computer on how to operate. For instance, using applications like a web browser or a word processor constitutes a program, as does performing calculations and interacting with items using a mouse or touchpad. Storage of programs. Programs can be stored in two main ways within computer memory: permanent storage and temporary storage. In permanent storage, programs are kept permanently on storage devices such as hard disk drive or solid state devices. But in temporary storage, a program is active on the CPU, its data is held in RAM, which is sourced from the HDD or SSD. This storage is temporary because RAM is volatile and loses all data when the power is turned off. This is a brief study of the role of processor in computer. Thank you for watching.